Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2020. Now I just have a huge mess on my floor. Hey everybody, welcome back to Morning Coffee. It is my 2020 resolution series. This special 8-part series will run on my channel throughout January. Each video is going to tackle a specific goal or resolution that people tend to set at New Year's. And we are going to talk all about how you can actually make those goals happen in 2020. Not just set your goals, but actually make them happen. I'm excited to have you here for the resolution series. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome to the very first video in my 2020 resolution series. To start the series, we are going to begin with probably the most commonly set resolution, goals around health. Now, it probably doesn't surprise you that this is the most commonly set resolution. If you're anything like me, you've set many a health resolution over the years. So many people start the new year looking to lose weight, exercise more, eat better, work out more in ways that are fun, and get more active. Personal goals like health goals are exactly what I just said, incredibly personal. I need to just give you a disclaimer right before we even start this video. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fitness coach, a trainer, or anything like that. The reason that I'm making this video is not because I'm an expert in this area, but because this is an area of my life that I struggle with, and it's something that I do want to work on in 2020, and I know some of you are in the same boat. So I'm not doing this video because I think I'm great at this. I'm doing this video because I need to hear this information just as much as you do. If you have a regular doctor, make sure you talk to them about any specific health concerns that you have. I am not here to tell you what your health goals should be. That is up to you. What I am here to do is to give you tools and information and resources that you can use to actually make the goals that you set happen in 2020. Let's start with one half of the health equation, which is exercise. Now, if you're looking to get some more exercise in your life, there's a couple of places that you can look to get started. If you live in a big area, a great resource is the Mind Body app. This app lists classes available anywhere near you, and you can sign up for classes right through the app. Instead of signing up for a gym membership or paying for a ton of classes at once, you can literally take classes one by one. A lot of times people find that mixing up their routines helps them stick to a schedule of working out. So this is a great way to try something out that maybe you've been curious about but aren't really sure you're going to like, and something that maybe you want to kick your booty one day a week at boot camp and then the rest you'd kind of like to handle on your own. I will leave a link to the Mind Body app below, but that is a great place to go to look up some new classes that you might take. A lot of times people feel like going to classes is sort of a form of accountability, a reason to make you keep an appointment and go, and you already paid for it, right? It's like an appointment on your calendar. And if that's you, taking a class might be a really great way to stick to your schedule regularly. Now, if you live in a rural area like me, we kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. We do live close to a city though. So if you don't maybe have a lot of options on a similar fitness apps like we just talked about, look into your municipal city Parks and Rec department. In the city that I used to live in, our recreation department offered a whole selection of classes for adults. So I took Zumba for a really long time because that's something that I like, but they have boot camp and bar and all of those other things. And usually if you're a resident of that city or town, you get a discount on those classes, and they're actually really affordable. So all you have to do is go to Google, put in the name of where you live, and search Parks and Rec Department, and something should come up on your city's website. So check and see what resources might be available to you from the place that you live. If paying for a class or paying for a gym membership isn't right for you, there are thousands, I'm telling you, of channels on YouTube that have workouts for free. You can pull up the video on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, at home, or in a hotel, or wherever you are, and take a fitness class in the privacy of your own home for free. Free. Who doesn't want free? One fitness channel on YouTube that I have been loving recently is the Fitness Marshal. He does dance workouts. It's so fun. He's got like popular music. He's super sassy and has a great attitude. So I actually have a really good time working out to his videos. He has playlists, so you can just play a playlist, put it in, dance as long as you want to, and it's kind of like a fun way to get a workout in. So that's what I've been loving. But other channels that you might want to look into, if you are trying to do yoga, Yoga with Adriene is a wonderful channel. I have also personally used that one. When I was scouring the internet for resources for you, I came across the PopSugar fitness channel, which is actually really awesome. They have tons of toning workouts, dedicated to arms or butt or thighs or stomach or whatever. They're short. They're actually fun. I've actually watched a couple just to see, like, is this something that maybe even I would be interested in? So if toning is something that you're working on, or strength training, or you're trying to get a high intensity workout in a short amount of time, the PopSugar channel, the fitness channel, is really good. I'm going to link all of those channels below. And if none of those sound good to you, just put in a search into YouTube. There are so many resources available. You'll definitely find one. And of course, you can always join a local gym or fitness center. The great news for you is that they usually offer deals in the end of December, the beginning of January, because they know how many people are trying to get their health together this year. That might mean that your spaces are a little more crowded, but don't let that stop you. Go get a fitness membership and, try to pick a convenient location for you. So when we moved to this house, I actually ended up getting a membership at the gym that's right by the only grocery store in town. So it was just a really convenient way to kind of pack my errands together. If I have to go to the grocery store, I'm right there. Might as well go to the gym. It's also by the pharmacy in town. It's also by a gas station. So it was kind of one of the things that I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I need to make it as convenient as possible for me to go to this gym. There's also a lot of gyms nowadays that offer like a multi-location membership. I know this is true for the gym that I go to. I only have the membership to that one specific location, but they do actually have a gym near my work as well. So if you're someone that works far from where you live, you can always get one of those multi-location memberships, so you could work out in either place. Make it easy for yourself. Working out is hard, and it's easy to come up with excuses to not go. Don't make your life harder. Make it easier. And also, don't forget about Mother Nature. I live in a cold climate, but there are plenty of people who still work out in the winter, going outside, walking, running, skiing, skateboarding, biking, whatever. I know that sometimes weather conditions aren't ideal, but there are definitely products on the market now to help you, stay warm in the winter and as cool as possible in the summer. So if all else fails, get outside and work out. You really don't have any excuse. And I think that's kind of what I'm trying to get across with this video, is that the resources that are available to you in this day and age of the internet and commerce and all of that, you have all the resources you need to make it happen. That doesn't mean that it's easy to make it happen. That doesn't mean that you always stick to it. That doesn't mean that you don't find excuses. But at the end of the day, you have every tool possible available to you to get a workout in regularly. Now we're going to talk about the second component of health goals, which is about eating. I just want to say that diet culture is a thing, and it exists in our world. There is so much conflicting information out there about health and diets you should try and supplements you can try. And that makes it really confusing and really hard, because if you look something up, you're going to find one diet plan that says, oh my God, you have to only eat that. And then you're going to find a diet plan that's like, nope, you can't eat that ever, ever. Just cut that out and you'll be golden. And if there's any piece of advice that I'd share about diet and diet culture, is use your common sense. People, you realize, you know deep in your heart that there is no shortcut to losing weight, to getting more fit, to eating healthy. There is no shortcut. There is no magic formula. And if there is a magic formula, it comes down to two things: eat better and work out more, right? That is just common sense. Trust your judgment, listen to your instincts, and use your common sense. When you're evaluating the information that's out there on the internet, use your common sense. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to knowing what the right things to eat are, it is so difficult to weed through all of the information that's out on the internet. I personally like to use research backed by science, backed by medicine. So every 5 years, the USDA releases a Dietary Guidelines for Americans. I'm going to link that below. That is a science, medicine-based guideline. That might be a great place to start for you. I'm not saying you have to follow it word by word or letter by letter, but look it up. See what information is in there. See what things you think might work for you. It's a good resource as a starting place that's from a reliable, credible source. One YouTube channel that I really love for health and fitness information is Becca Bristow. I'm going to link her below. She's a registered dietitian, and she has a whole series devoted to the actual facts and information behind different categories of foods. She talks about how to read a food label. She talks about what sugars mean and how you can find them in places. She takes common foods that people buy, like spaghetti sauce or bread, and she sort of walks you through what you should be looking for when you're buying those. Again, she's a registered dietitian. There's some training and factual information behind what she's sharing, and I found those super helpful. Again, they will be linked down below for you. Once you decide what the right way to eat for you is, it's a great idea to start tracking some of your eating habits. You can use apps like MyFitnessPal. I'm currently back on Weight Watchers, so I'm using the Weight Watchers app to track my food. Even if you don't want to use an app and you just want to write things down, like write down the common things that you're eating, that's also a great way. I'm going to say this so many times throughout this series, but you only achieve what you track. You only achieve what you measure. So you can set all the goals in the world, right? For anything, but especially for eating and exercising. You can set all the goals you want. But if you don't actually track to see if those things are happening, you're not going to know whether you're making progress or not. And I know we all hate this. I hate this. But if your goal is to lose weight, you got to track it. You got to get on the scale. You got to do the scary thing, right? You got to do the scary thing, and you got to get on the scale, and you have to see the number, and you got to write it down. And then you find a schedule when you're going to weigh yourself again. I do it every 7 days. You got to get back on, and you got to record it. You have to quantify your goal. Otherwise, you're never going to know if you're making progress or not. And when you feel like you're not making progress, that's a really good place to stop. You know, that's when you give up. That's when you're like, this is stupid. I'm just going to eat the ice cream. Leave me be. I do like ice cream. I mean, it's good. It's great. Tons of free printables available online for food tracking, for exercise tracking, for grocery shopping and meal planning. I'm going to link some of those below so that you have easy access to a template that you could just print out at home and start tracking some of your health goals. And again, I just want to reiterate, make sure you're seeing a doctor or a dentist regularly so that they can help you with any personally specific health concerns or health goals. They are a resource for you. make sure you're using it regularly just to stay on top of your health and fitness. When it comes to my personal health goals, I've realized that genuinely, honestly, it has very little to do with how I look anymore. I'm old, I'm married. I don't ever aspire to be the woman on the beach in a bikini with a six pack. Okay, that is just not me. I just want to feel good in my body, feel good in my clothes, have confidence in the way that I look to myself, not to other people, to myself. And really, I don't want to die, right? Like, I don't want to die early. I don't want to live with a serious illness. And again, common sense tells us if you want to avoid serious illnesses or prevent them to the best of your ability, you got to eat good and work out. So keeping that in mind might help you stick to your resolutions with health and fitness a little bit more. I know that was a ton of information, but again, this series is dedicated solely to giving you all of the resources, all of the information that you could possibly ever need to help you kick ass. Sorry, I just swore at my channel. Kick ass on your health and fitness goals for 2020. Thank you so much for watching the first video in my resolution series. Another huge resolution that people make, which is money. We're talking about the dollar bills next. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss that video. I really appreciate you being here with me today. I'll see you in the next part of the series, and I hope you guys have a really good day.